Hello and welcome to the AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate Introduction course. My name is Tom Carpenter, and in this course, I'm going to help you understand what the AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate exam is all about. But we'll begin by actually learning a little bit about AWS itself. What is this thing called Amazon Web Services? And then we'll look at the certifications in general that they offer. And then we'll focus specifically on the Certified Solutions Architect Associate exam. And finally, we'll take a look at some great tips to help you to best prepare for this certification. So let's begin by answering the question, what is AWS? Well, Amazon Web Services, or AWS, is a cloud service provider. They provide compute, storage, networking, application deployment, and many, many advanced services. But to really understand that statement that AWS is a cloud service provider, we have to ask, well, what is the cloud? Well, let me define it for you simply. The cloud is a collection of servers and services that are connected to the internet for consumption by customers and users. So the cloud is really just a bunch of servers connected to the internet, and they're providing some kind of services. The whole point of the cloud is you don't have to manage all of the hardware that makes up the cloud. It's taken care of by someone else, in this case, AWS. So the AWS cloud is a collection of worldwide distributed servers and services that are connected to the internet for consumption by customers and users. That's AWS in a nutshell. It can effectively replace all of your internal servers for many organizations, as long as they have a high-speed internet connection. So if you've got a really fast internet connection, you can actually deploy many of the applications you may already use today or that you plan to use in the future in the AWS cloud. Now, to take that further, let's talk a little bit about the history of AWS. AWS was developed initially for Amazon's own needs, the things they needed to run their massive website that was getting so much traffic with so many customers back around 2000, 2001, and 2002. So they were building things that they needed. And then they realized internally that other companies could use this too. And so they launched a service offering in November of 2004 that just included S3. So you had S3 storage, which are buckets, AWS calls them, that you can place objects in or files. And then in March of 2006, they took a little bit further and they added support for compute as well. We call these EC2 instances within AWS. So by 2006, they had storage and they had compute, or the ability to run virtual machines in their cloud. Now, in the years since, dozens of new services have been launched. There are many, many services in AWS, as we'll see later in this course. So here's the big thing to take away from this. If you need an IT or IS solution, it can most likely be implemented within AWS without you having to build all of the infrastructure and all of the solutions within your own advanced data center. So AWS gives you the cloud, and it gives it to you for compute, storage, networking, databases, and so much more.